I came along and I'm about to play them.
The Legend of Zelda. How do you go wrong? Zelda is one of those franchises that rarely misses. If a new Zelda game comes out, more likely than not, it hits. I mean, the worst the franchise has ever got is 3 games not made by Nintendo and on a console that also is not Nintendo. And I don't care what you guys want, I'm not playing those games. There is just something about the exploration and world of these games that is just so easy to fall in love with, so captivating.
It's so easy to rip off! That's right, with any sort of success, you can always count on companies seeing that success and wanting to capitalize on it. So today, we are looking at one example, being rip-offs and clones of The Legend of Zelda. You know, companies taking what The Legend of Zelda did and blatantly copying it and thinking nobody would notice. But I did. So, here are some rip-offs of The Legend of Zelda that are not called Okami, Darksiders, Tunic, Alundra, Blossom Tales, 3D Dot Game Heroes, Final Fantasy Adventure, or Crusader of Senti. I'm not that predictable. The Legend of Zelda franchise has evolved so much over the years, but it's crazy to think about how it just started as a little 2D top-down adventure game. So, there's a lot of rip-offs of it. So we're going to start off with one such game called Spiritual Warfare for the NES. And yeah, it's one of those unlicensed NES games, so you know we're in for such a good old time with that, aren't we?
Spiritual Warfare version 6.1? Huh.
Oh, I even get to name myself, like in Zelda. Man, what a coincidence!
When in doubt, just name yourself Ook. Oh, well, would you look at that?
Didn't even try!
Oh yeah, I would also like to just say that you go into this room with the character giving you an item, kind of like in Zelda, but instead of it being dangerous to go alone and getting a sword, I'm given an eggplant, but the game says it's a pearl.
It's an eggplant.
Not to mention, it's got the scrolling screen like in Zelda, and even has the square staircase, the square case. Just fire me. As for the gameplay, what can I say? It's a bad version of Zelda, where all you really do is going around throwing the golden eggplant at people. I should also mention that this is one of those Bible games.
Yeah, one of them. There's a lot of Bible games on the NES. Most of them are unlicensed, and most of them are terrible.
Okay, what's going on here? Who is this? And why is he summoning devils? Okay, I got the Belt of Truth now. Yay.
I'm so bored, so I'm going to move on to this next game called Golden Axe Warrior. Wait, Golden Axe? Golden Axe has a Zelda clone? Nah, that can't be right.
Alright, thanks for taking your time. I can be here all day, you know. I'm not in any rush to read this at all. Golden Axe Warrior. How epic. Okay, so making me do the whole naming my character thing again, I see.
Alright, so far we're 2 for 2.
I decided to name myself Rue, and let's get started. Rue, Firewood's facing a crisis. Death Adder attacked and stole the 9 crystals. Death Adder killed your parents.
How dare Death Adder kill my parents? And how dare you just nonchalantly mention that just as like, you know, oh yeah, you killed your parents, lol. Fuck you.
Destroy Death Adder and get those 9 crystals.
Okay, so it seems like we got some story established, so let's play. Whoa, did somebody order a Zelda?
You mean to tell me this isn't Zelda? I feel like it almost looks like a Zelda ROM hack. Okay, well, let's go in here. Good luck.
With what?
Some have seen Death Adder's monsters near Milliver, too. Who saw that? Who are we talking about? Death Adder killed the King of Firewood and Princess Tyrus. Firewood's finish.
Well, that's quite a bombshell. I'm assuming Princess Tyrus is that one chick in the Genesis Golden Axe games, one of the 3 characters. Now I know she's dead, kind of out of nowhere. What is it with this fucking game giving us information, like some big information, just nonchalantly?
When it comes to the structure of the game, I think Spiritual Warfare is probably the biggest ripoff of Zelda. But aesthetically, I think it's Golden Axe Warrior. I mean, look at this. Sega sued over The Simpsons Road Rage and its similarities to Crazy Taxi, but you mean to tell me they got away with this? Alright,
one more 2D Zelda clone. I didn't want to play this one ever, but I have to. Hydlide.
highlight.
What even is highlight? Is that a word? Highlight's not a word, is it?
Well, I'll give them this. They didn't rip off any Zelda music, but unfortunately...
I'm on to you.
Huh. Something seems off here. What's with the layout? Am I playing a video game or am I watching a Let's Play? But hey, at least they got the game's logo up there, just in case you would forget. Okay, I guess I have to just attack these blue slime guys, but how? How do I do that? Does this have something to do with it?
Okay, so let me get this straight. You attack enemies by running into them. Is that right? No, I was just making sure, you know. I was making sure we're on the same page, okay? It's good to know we're on the same page.
What kind of game design is that? You attack enemies by running into them? This makes actually fighting enemies a goddamn coin flip. What the fuck? Oh yeah, and don't worry. That plagiarized Indiana Jones theme is still playing. And it keeps going, and going, and going, and it doesn't stop. And even when it does stop, it loops. And it's the only song you'll hear in the entire game.
Yeah, this game kind of fucking sucks.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Yeah, I got shot in the head. What of it? Alright, so those are the games that ripped off 2D Zelda. But what about 3D Zelda? We're gonna start off with a little game called Oceanhorn. Okay, I'm actually not sure if this falls under 2D Zelda or 3D Zelda, because it is in 3D, but it's like kind of more of a 2D game. It's like a 2D game in 3D. I think it's more like a Link Between Worlds. So, without further ado, let's just play Oceanhorn.
Oceanhorn, monster of Uncharted Seas.
You gotta hide from both Nintendo and Sony now.
Okay, so we can see that the legendary composer Nobuo Uematsu, known for his scores for many Final Fantasy games, did the score for Oceanhorn.
Nobuo, buddy, you didn't have to do it. Did Corn Fox and Bros and FDG Entertainment, wherever the fuck the publishers of this game are, really offer you more, like that much more than Square Enix did?
Oh yeah, it doesn't end there. Kenji Ito, composer of the Romancing Saga games, also did some of the music for this game. And I'm sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce this name, I apologize. As someone who I've admittedly not heard of before, but seems pretty popular on Spotify and iTunes, also did the music for this game.
But damn, they really stacked up on their music talent.
So after seeing the opening credits, you get this guy writing to his son that he's leaving and not coming back.
Did somebody order a cliche?
Whatever happens next, I'm not going to lose you like I lost your mother.
I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be serious and dark and emotional, but the cutscenes look like this. Can't do that.
Okay, so I'm playing and, well, yeah, I am playing. I also want to point out that the music kind of sounds a bit like Ocarina of Time, but we don't need to talk about that.
Seriously? Alright, now to move on to the more traditional 3D Zelda clones, like The Hobbit, the prelude to The Lord of the Rings. No, seriously, there's a Hobbit game that's a clone of Legend of Zelda. Let's go play it.
This is the tale of Bilbo Baggins.
Oh god, Bilbo, is that you? Oh, what did they do to you? Oh, I don't feel good.
My precious.
Oh my god, is that Gollum? Oh fuck. Oh my god, no, stop. Is that Gandalf? Oh my god, make it stop!
Okay, we made it to the title screen. Now let's play. So we get some background to the game and its story before we get to the gameplay. This combat feels weird. All I'm doing is pressing a button and hitting bad guys. The camera controls are weird too. It doesn't really follow you, but instead you have to adjust it yourself, and on top of that, it's in reverse. Okay, so I beat everyone, and let's see what happens next.
Fight, goblins! Fight!
Ugh, can we just skip this?
Oh my god, more?
Bags, tear them apart!
It was just a dream. Just a dream.
Oh, so none of that actually happened. You mean to tell me I did not just fight all those guys? None of this was real.
By the way, I'd just like to point out that the lip syncing is, well, just take a look.
It was just a dream. Just a dream.
Nice going, guys. I'm sure you guys were very proud of this. Nah, I shouldn't put this on you. It was the fucking publisher.
I'll show him if I have to walk to the east of East and fight the wild wereworms in the lost desert.
Damn, it looks like they spent more time animating Bilbo than Gandalf.
And Bilbo still looks like my asshole.
Okay, so I'm now running around this area and it kinda looks like just it wants to be Zelda. It almost feels like I'm playing Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, except I want to barf.
Well, just so I don't barf, I'm gonna move on to one more 3D Zelda clone, and that is the one, the only, Star Fox Adventures, baby! This game is actually quite important in that it was the final game made by both Rare and Nintendo before Rare got bought out by Microsoft. The term bought out by Microsoft has become a pretty common phrase nowadays, but for Rare's sake, I hope it's good.
Oh, I thought you said Star Fox.
English, please? Or Spanish? Or French? Or Japanese? Or fucking anything? What is that?
Before you attack me for being racist or whatever, they speak in some bullshit made-up language. It doesn't even sound cool. Many movies and games do this too, most notably in Star Wars, I noticed. But it at least sounds cool in that, but this just sounds like... It's a ship. Yeah, I get it. It's a ship, yeah. You gonna drag this out? I can see the ship. Oh, I'm playing? So yeah, I'm playing right now, and it seems to be trying to be a bit more like Star Fox than Zelda at the moment. It controls fine, but the ship will completely leave sometimes and then reappear, and it's very odd. Use the control stick to move Crystal around the galleon.
Wait, really? I need to use a control stick in order to move my character? That's how you play the game? Shit. I mean, the more you know.
So yeah, I'm playing as not Fox McCloud or Link, but Crystal. Cool. Oh, I found something.
I think what you meant to do was this.
Oh, here comes General Scales, the bad guy. He too speaks gibberish unless he says words like General Scales and Dinosaur Planet.
General Scales. Hiku, Kohud, or Taskuki, Eve Dinosaur Planet.
I see what you guys did there. This game was originally going to be a game called Dinosaur Planet. You know, original IP. But then you took the game and replaced it with Star Fox characters for some reason. Really weird. You ever notice how weird that is?
Moak.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Look, thanks for the lift, buddy. Now, can you just do me a favor and please never speak ever again? What did I tell you? I said don't speak again!
Okay, so now the game is more like Zelda, where I'm solving puzzles and shit to save Dinosaur Planet. Oh yeah, can I just talk about how fucking stupid this idea is? You take a game that Rare were working on, a new big adventure called Dinosaur Planet, and you put your characters from your series of plane shooters in a game that plays like Zelda? What?
Who is this game for? No, seriously, who? Tell me! Who? Oh god. Oh no. I think I'm about to barf for real. Oh fuck. Oh no! We have come to the final chapter. There are the 2D Zelda clones, the 3D Zelda clones, But when Breath of the Wild came out, that game kind of made such a huge splash that it inspired a lot of games of its own. So, we're going to look at some Breath of the Wild clones, starting with, of course, Ubisoft's very own Immortals Phoenix Rising. Kind of a weird name, but let's play the game. Hey, that rhymed.
So we get this. If I'm gonna be honest, pretty cool intro to the game. Goes on for a little bit too long, but it's actually pretty cool. The cutscenes actually look pretty cool too. Can't wait to play the game.
My ass.
Okay, so now Prometheus and Zeus strike up a deal, and now we get to another fucking cutscene!
Just let me play the damn game.
Okay, so I'm able to customize my character. Let's do a time lapse. Okay, so I have my character customized. Now I need to select my voice. Which is it gonna be? Which one best suits this character I've made? Is it voice 1?
The storm! Wake up!
Or is it
I have
voice
to
2?
wake up.
The storm! Wake up!
I'm picking voice 2.
Look a ghost! Captain! Can anyone hear me?
Flawless.
This game actually controls very well. It feels nice and smooth and like an Ubisoft version of Breath of the Wild. But I'd actually say that this is one of Ubisoft's best games within the past few years.
Phoenix! Again! You may not be your brotherly Giron, but I will make something of you yet.
Yeah, Phoenix, you fucking stupid. Why can't you just be like your brother? Your brother's perfect. You suck. Fucking Phoenix, man. So yeah, pretty solid game. That kind of went unnoticed when it came out because it came out like just after the PS5 and Xbox Series X did, which meant it came out just after a whole bunch of games did, and it came out just before Cyberpunk did. That'll do it. But I might even go as far as to say that this game is a hidden gem for the next-gen consoles. Although, don't play this game instead of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. And especially, if you're going to play this game, especially don't do what I did with the voice, or else you can't take any of the cutscenes seriously. Alright, let's go on to another game. This game is Oceanhorn 2, Knights of the Lost Realm. Wait, Oceanhorn 2? Oceanhorn from earlier got a sequel?
So the game starts with some more narration. What is annoying is there's no auto advance or anything like that, so every time a line of dialogue is done, there's just this awkward pause before we get to the next line. And coming up, we got not Link.
Okay, come on, they knew what they were doing.
So this is literally just Zelda, pretty much Breath of the Wild without the breaking weapons and the promise of a massive open world. Yet. I mean, it's got the puzzles and shit, the enemies look like Zelda enemies, and I got this big octopus boss.
As you can tell, I don't really have much to say about Oceanhorn 2. It's not offensive or anything, but it is quite clearly a ripoff of Breath of the Wild. So I don't know why you'd ever play this game instead of Breath of the Wild, or any Zelda for that matter. So we're going to move on to one final game. And I didn't want to play this one, but I have to, as per my own quota. Genshin Impact.
So this is the main menu? Kinda weird, isn't it? Some weird UI.
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world, but when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Damn! I hate it when that happens.
Your journey ends here. Who are you? The sustainer of heavenly principles.
Yeah, that really doesn't tell me anything. In fact, I think I know who you are even less.
So now the dastardly sustainer of heavenly principles.
That can't be her actual name.
So now she is fighting who I would assume to be our two main characters. Generic anime boy and generic anime girl. Oh, now I get to select my twin. Do I go with the girl or with the boy?
Hey, shout out to all my weebs, alright? I'm picking the girl, just for you.
Since I accidentally used my controller with the busted touchpad, keyboard is now stuck on the H button and I can't move it, so my character is just stuck with the name HHHHHHHHH.
Wait! Don't go! Give my brother back!
Aw man, your brother got captured. That sucks.
After I awoke, I was all alone. Right up until I met you 2 months ago.
Yeah, Paimon really owes you for that. Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned. So Paimon will do her best to be a great...
I'm sorry, what the fuck was that?
Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned.
So you caught this fairy with a fishing rod. I think I've seen the peak of life, if I'm going to be honest.
So yeah, as the story goes, some time jump happens, and now Nonuple H has met this little anime girl fairy character named Paimon, and this little shit is really annoying. So as for the gameplay, I'll be honest, and I hate that I'm saying this, but it's kind of good. The game feels nice, and the combat feels tight, the movement feels smooth, and yeah, you have a decent game here when it comes to the gameplay. Too bad Paimon exists.
Climbing depletes stamina, and depleted stamina takes time to recover.
Just like another game.
So now we meet Amber. She has a bow and arrow. That's about it. The cool thing is, throughout the game, you can play as different characters. You know, you can't really do that in Zelda, so that's pretty cool.
That's probably where all the gacha stuff comes in. Yeah, maybe I should stop playing this game. So we've seen some 2D Zelda clones, some 3D Zelda clones, and some Breath of the Wild clones. But all it made me want to do is just play more Zelda, which I will soon with Tears of the Kingdom. Anyways, I think the bad guy from earlier is still outside my goddamn house. I think I told him to leave, but I think I've learned something. I'm gonna go at him. I'm not gonna run into him, but this time, I'm gonna use my weapon. It's too big for the camera. But I got the Master Sword. Let's fuck this guy up.
Back for more DPX solo.
I've learned from the last time. I ain't just gonna run into you this time. I'm gonna use my sword!
I am the feaster of pizza. I am the one who knocks. I am Jake.
Well, it looks like some things never change.